Sri Ras Panchadhyaya, chapter 31, canto 10, verse number 10. Yesterday we heard our Guru Varga they manifested their Swarup tendency through their commentaries. If someone hears Bhagavan's transcendental pastimes, even without taste, without liking it, still they listen. What happens by that? This is the medicine that destroys material existence or cures material existence. Bhavarog Oshadi, the disease of material existence, is cured by this. Not only that, it gives new life to those who are practically dead. This is Amrita Sanjivani, or such nectar that will never let you die. Amrita means that which grants immortality. So if someone just once hears the Bhagavan's Leela Katha, this is a Sanjivani, or a nectar of rejuvenation, which gives you Svarup Anugata Vritti, the tendency of your transcendental form, as well as spiritual enthusiasm and newer and newer moods. It prepares you for spiritual service. A tree has nice fruits and flowers. The tree does not relish these fruits and flowers itself. If a mother and father has a good son, and the son becomes very qualified, the father is happy, the mother is happy. They don't enjoy the qualification of the son. It helps others. Krishna Lila is not like that, though. The current of Krishna's pastimes is such a nectar that it gives transcendental life. It makes you qualified to relish it. You become qualified to taste this and digest it. Wherever that ras goes, then that thing becomes the fit paraphernalia for Rasik Shekhar Krishna's service. And it always is ever fresh. On the earth, in different seasons, various fruits and flowers appear, and all kinds of herbs and medicines appear, and they help everyone on earth. If you have the ability to take these things, they are there. Krishna Lila, the flow of Krishna Lila and the divine nectar of Krishna's pastimes, they do not just check whether one is qualified or unqualified. Simply by hearing, then they give auspiciousness. Shravanam Angalam Srimad Atatam. Simply by hearing, then one achieves welfare. It is not some external display or show. It is nothing, no cheating process, and it will not make you qualified to enjoy in this world. After taking things in this world, we always are thinking how to enjoy more and more in this world, or samsara. Parents, they maintain their children, the gurus maintain their disciples. When they become qualified, then all people in this world try to enjoy the good son or disciple. However, if someone has taken Krishna Lila Ras, then by that one becomes very qualified, renunciation develops, they become filled with tattva gyan, and then No one can touch
Krishna seva
or
ke
enjoy
उपकरण,
the
सेवा
objects
के वस्तु
or paraphernalia for Sri Krishna's service.
स्पर्श भी नहीं कर सकते.
They
स्मरण
cannot
मात्र
even
ही
touch. Simply
उनका
by
उद्धार हो
remembering
जाएगा,
such a person,
कल्याण हो जाएगा.
they get spiritual welfare.
ये तो
This,
योग्यता देख करके उनको
seeing this qualification,
समस्त देवता भोग करते हैं.
all the
सूर्य
demigods,
चंद्र
sun,
दिन रात
the
में भोग करते
moon,
हैं.
day and night,
और
they
देवता
enjoy
लोग
people who are
पृथ्वी
qualified.
प्राणी मात्र
All
उनको
living entities in this world
सब समय भोग करते हैं.
try to enjoy one
किंतु
another.
कृष्ण के सेवा के
But
उपकरण
the paraphernalia for
जो
Sri
लीला के
Krishna's
द्वारा
service,
पुष्ट होते हैं,
which has been
उनको
nourished by
स्पर्श
Leela
नहीं कर
Ras,
सकते.
no one can touch
स्मरण
or enjoy
मात्र
that.
को
And simply
बस
by thinking of such
तन्मय हो जाते हैं.
personalities or which have become
स्मरण
paraphernalia
मात्र
for
उनको
Sri
उद्धार हो जाता
Krishna's
है.
service, simply by remembering
यहाँ
them,
पर पाप,
one is
पाप,
liberated.
रोग, शोक, जरा, मृत्यु,
They are freed of
व्याधि उनको भोग
sins,
नहीं कर सकते.
material pains,
स्पर्श
and
नहीं कर सकते.
sicknesses, all these things.
इसलिए बताया
So it is therefore said, Tavakatamritam tapta jivanam kavibriditam
ये
kalmasapaham.
कवि लोग क्यों वर्णन करते हैं भगवान की लीला कथाओं को?
Why do great
क्यों?
poets and
देखते
scholars
और कोई उपाय नहीं है.
glorify Krishna's pastimes? They see there is
और
no other
कोई
method to save and help
वस्तु
people.
नहीं है
Nothing else
कि
can
जीवों के आत्मस्वरूप में
establish the living entities in their spiritual forms and
सेवा के उपकरण के
make
रूप
them
में
fit
उनको तैयारी करते हैं.
and prepared to serve Sri Krishna.
खुद सेवा के उपकरण बन गया और अपराकित सेवा का स्थान भी प्राप्त कर लिया.
They achieve
योग्यता
such a
प्राप्त कर
position in the
लिया. और
spiritual
ये
world
योग्यता
and such a qualification there,
धीरे-धीरे बढ़
be
जाएगा.
the Lord's intimate associate and servant.
नहीं.
This
यहाँ
never
तो इस जगत
diminishes
में
in this world
समय के अनुযাयी
according to time.
वो अवसर प्राप्त होते हैं.
We get some opportunity to do something.
ये अवसर
But
प्राप्त की बात नहीं.
Shortly after that,
वहाँ पर
everything will be
किशोर
lost.
किशोरी
In the
नित्य
spiritual world,
स्वरूप में
the
हैं.
Kishoras
किंतु
and Kishoris,
उससे भी और अवस्था प्राप्त करते हैं.
they are eternally
और
youthful.
प्राप्त करके
And
और
in the spiritual world,
नित्य सेवा में
you can achieve the topmost position of the maidservant, Srimati Radhika, or the Manjari Swarup.
इसलिए
And there you will eternally serve with ever fresh
ये
moods
जो हमने लीला कथा
and
श्रवण किया,
enthusiasm. So when we hear about these eternal pastimes, this is a Sanjeevani Rupi, or it gives
हम
spiritual rejuvenation, and then it gives
चाहे
you
कुछ स्वतंत्र रूप में
mortality.
कर लें,
You can
ऐसा
never
नहीं कर सकते.
lose this or perish.
स्वतंत्रता रही नहीं.
You will no longer
आप
misuse
जितना
your
भूलना चाहते हैं,
independence.
इतना ही याद आता है और
However
स्मरण
much we
होता है.
try to forget this world, we
सबसे सुंदर
become more and more stuck.
रसमयी
But when we take this Sanjeevani nectar of Lila Kataras, then we can never forget that,
स्वतंत्र
and we become
कुछ कर नहीं
completely
सकते.
absorbed in the Lord's divine
और करने की रुचि भी
pastimes.
नहीं है, और ऐसे चाहते भी नहीं है.
We lose all taste for other things,
इसलिए ये जो
and we are always
भगवान की
absorbed
कथा है,
there. So Bhagavan Katha,
इससे बढ़कर के कोई
there's nothing greater than that,
अमृत
and there's no higher kind of nectar
ये
than
जो
that.
दान करने वाला है,
Those who
कोई भूल
distribute
गया है.
this, they are the greatest
जब
souls.
चैतन्य महाप्रभु
When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu,
रथयात्रा के समय
at the time of Rath Yatra,
नित्य गीत आदि के
was
साथ
dancing and singing with the devotees before Lord Jagannath,
व्रत में जा रहे हैं.
and was bringing Lord Jagannath to Braj with this mood.
व्रत के कहाँ ले जा रहे हैं?
Where was he taking Jagannath?
निकुंज,
Into the
हाँ,
groves
कुटीर ले जाने
and
की
cottages in
ले
the
जा-
forests of Vrindavan.
ले जाते जाते
As he was taking the Lord there,
महाप्रभु जी
in the middle,
जब देखा
Mahaprabhu observed
प्रभु
that the
बड़े
Lord
प्रेम से आ रहे हैं.
was
किंतु
coming
वो
full of love.
किशोरियाँ,
Many Kishori gopis,
ब्रजदेवियाँ
many Brajadevis
इंतजार में हैं.
were waiting for the Lord.
ये जब देखा,
When he saw this,
हाँ, जैसे बलदेव प्रभु
like
गोचारण में जब चलते हैं
when
कृष्णा,
Baladev goes on cow grazing, he goes ahead of
जब आते
Krishna,
हैं,
and when they come
तो
back,
आगे नहीं आते,
he
पीछे
comes
आते हैं.
behind, and Krishna goes in front.
जाते समय आगे चलते हैं तो आते समय
When
पीछे
he is
आते हैं.
leaving,
आगे समय आगे नहीं आते.
he's going in the front, and when he's returning, he comes in the back. Why
तो
is
आगे
that?
जब चलते हैं तो
When he goes in the front,
किशोरियों से,
first he goes ahead,
ब्रजदेवियों
and
से,
then the Kishoris and Brajdevis have a chance to meet with Sri Krishna, and there's no disturbance in that or mixture of
लौट के आते
ras.
हैं,
And when they
तो
return,
पीछे क्यों रहते हैं?
then why does Baladev stay behind?
हैं? सब तैयार होकर के आचार्यों में, सड़कों में, हाँ, पेड़ों के आड़ में,
All the gopis,
सर्वत्र कहीं न कहीं छुपे हैं.
are waiting on the pathways with many gifts to give Krishna, hiding in the kunjas or behind the trees and near the pathways, and they all give this to Krishna as he goes by. If anything is not able to be given, then Baladev takes that and brings it. At the time of Rath Yatra, Mahaprabhu was bringing Lord Jagannath to Braj, or Krishna to Braj, and then Gadadhar Pandit, with his Anukul associates, his own group. Nityananda Prabhu also has his own group. There is Prakeshwar Pandit, Gopal Guru Goswami, and Advaita Prabhu's family, Srivas, and the different bhaktas, Dwadas Gopal, Chosati Mahanta, Asta Kaviraj and Sad Goswami. All the different group leaders of Braj came with their associates, and they're all taking Krishna back from. They are taking Krishna from Nandagaon to Varshana. Who is prominent? The Sakhis of Radharani. They are prominent there. They are taking Krishna from Nandagaon to Varshana to Vilasgarh and the Nikunja Vans. Mahaprabhu saw that Krishna wanted to meet with someone separately and speak some secret talks. He wanted to accept someone's gifts. So Mahaprabhu, with these divine moods, he went into the Balavadyan Udhayan garden and, absorbed in his moods, he took some rest in the garden. No one was there. In other times, Swarup Damodar, Ramananda Roy, and other associates are with him. But now Mahaprabhu was alone in the garden while Jagannath halted on the path. Nityananda, Advaita Prabhu, and others, they told Maharaj Prataparudra, now is your chance. And this time Mahaprabhu is in an eternal state. And now he is not in his sannyas form. He is absorbed in his internal pastime. He is in no other form. He is now present in his Braj form. And Prataparudra Maharaj thought, now I will go. So Mahaprabhu was in the mood of the gopis, taking Krishna back to Braj. Prataparudra Maharaj went where Mahaprabhu was resting, and he began to sing Gopi-Gita. This is a very important part of the Ras Panchadhyaya, the 5 chapters of the Bhagavatam describing the Ras Leela. This is the associates of Mahaprabhu said to Prataparudra, go and give this. There is no greater charity than this, and Mahaprabhu will accept this. Nothing else. Mahaprabhu will not accept anything else. You may try to give so many things to Krishna, but he doesn't want or need other things. For normal, ordinary people, he said, Patram pushpam phalam toyam. You can give me a leaf, water, flower, or anything. But to really please Krishna, he is always eager to hear the glories of the Brajadevis, and eager for that. So go and sing this Gopi-Gita, and you will get Mahaprabhu's mercy, not only his darshan. Prataparudra had been eager for Mahaprabhu's darshan for so long, but had not had a chance. So then he changed his royal attire, and he wore a simple dhoti and chadar, and then he went to the garden where Mahaprabhu was resting in an internal state full of bhav, and he sat by Mahaprabhu's feet and began to sing Gopi-Gita. When he came to this verse, Tava katamritam tapta jivanam kaviviridham kalamasapam shravana mangalam shrimaratanam uvikrinantite bhunitha jana. As he was singing this, he was massaging Mahaprabhu's lotus feet, full of divine moods. Mahaprabhu, full of absorption, he began to state, Buridha, Buridha, who are you? You are giving such great charity, so speak more, sing more. It is very rare to find such donors in this world who are giving such nectar. Mahaprabhu was in Braj. When he heard this Gopi-Gita, he could not stay far away. Krishna, by hearing Gopi-Gita, he came in front of the gopis with a look of shyness on his face and a sweet, crooked smile. So Mahaprabhu was meditating and hearing this Gopi-Gita. Then he got up and he still did not open his eyes, but he embraced Pratakrudra. He said, I have nothing worthy of giving you for this, that can repay you for this great charity you have given me, so I can only embrace you. He embraced Pratakrudra Maharaj. Mahaprabhu fainted in ecstasy. Then, offering pranam, Pratakrudra left that place. If you desire to enter the transcendental world, if you want some method to do this, then take shelter of this Ras Panchadhyay. This is a pot full of divine nectar. It is the storehouse of all divine nectar. So you should continuously take shelter and read and study and hear and perform kirtan of this Ras Panchadhyay. Now, another Yudheshwari says in the next verse, Prahasitam priya prem vikshanam ihanam tate dhyana mangalam rasi sambido ya hridispisa. O beloved, sing us. You smiled and met with us, performed so many loving pastimes with us. When we remember these pastimes, we feel supreme happiness. Now in separation from you, we are lamenting, but when we meditate on you and these pastimes, we remember that time we had your darshan in solitude and how you spoke so sweetly with us, which touched our hearts. When we think of this, we become absorbed in Param Ananda. We remember how, seeing us, you smiled very sweetly, and how you met with us. Thinking of this, our hearts are shaking. The secret nectar of those pastimes are making us maddened and more eager to engage in those pastimes. We do not simply want to remember these. We want to again be able to participate in these pastimes, to see your smiling face and to meet with you. Now, where are you hiding? Our Shuddha Swami Pad states, if Krishna were to say, okay, this is good, then hear and think of my katha and be peaceful. What is the need to see me? If you are happy just by meditating on me, and you remember my sweet smile and my sweet speech with you, just meditate on these things, then you will be happy and peaceful. What is the need to again meet with me.
को अर्थात हे कपट
The gopis therefore say, "Oh,
तुम्हारे नर्म
crooked
भंगी
Krishna,
तुम्हारे जो नर्म संकेत है ये कोई और नहीं समझेगा, किसी को पता नहीं
no one
तुम क्या चाहते हो।
understands what you want.
जिससे तुम्हारी प्रसन्नता है और इसको कोई अनुभव नहीं कर
If you are
सकता।
pleased with someone, no one can understand this. You are very tricky."
प्रभु कहते हैं
Jiva Goswami Prabhu states,
मानो कृष्ण कहते हैं और
if Krishna were to say,
दोनों के विचार
"Now
संपूर्ण
your conception is
अयोग्य है, अर्थात
completely wrong
क्योंकि
because
मैं बहुत ही दुर्लभ हूँ,
I am very special and rare to achieve.
अनुराग प्रकाश कर रहे हो।
So
मैं केवल तुम्हारे पास पद करके तो रह नहीं सकती।
I cannot always stay with you.
परमात्मा हूँ,
I am Paramatma
सब भक्त हैं,
and I have so
मैं
many
सर्वत्र को
devotees.
भ्रमण करता हूँ,
I'm wandering
सर्वत्र मैं जाता
everywhere
हूँ,
to meet with all my
और
different
सबको बुलाने
devotees.
में मेरे को
When people call me, I have to go to everyone. So I cannot stay long with you. My darshan and my
तुम्हारे पास ही
lila with my different devotees is very special and rare. I cannot always stay bound by you and your love.
तुम्हारे प्रति ऐसे अनुराग क्यों करती हो?
So why are you exhibiting so
हमारे
much
स्वभाव को
anurag
सुंदर
for
नहीं
me?
सब दुष्ट हो जाओ।
Simply by
आप
hearing
यहाँ
about
का
me,
चिंतन करके ही प्रसन्न
you will be happy. Simply by thinking of my pastimes, you should be happy.
दर्शन झांकी हो गया,
If I give darshan for a few moments, then
सदा
that is
सर्वदा
so much mercy.
आशंका मत करो।
Don't always desire to be with me, thinking that I will always be able to stay with you. I have so much work to do.
खुशहाली के लिए
I have so much service to do.
कुछ करूँगा।
Don't think I will fulfill every whim of yours.
क्योंकि मैं तो कोई साधारण नहीं।
I am not an ordinary person. So the gopis say, we heard
और गर्गाचार्य या बड़े-बड़े ऋषि महर्षियों ने कहा है,
from Gargacharya and other great sages
भगवान है
that
सब है।
you are Bhagavan.
किंतु आपने
But
इतना सुंदर नर्म आलाप किया,
you spoke so nicely with us. You smiled so sweetly at us.
हमसे मिले,
And you met so lovingly with us.
पूर्व अनुराग,
So
इतना आपने अपने लगे वर्षा किया,
you showered us with such nectar
हम कैसे
after
भूल
our
सकते हैं?
Purva Anurag. So how can we ever
और
forget you?
हमारा जो लोभ या लालच हो
How
गया,
can our greed to meet with you ever diminish?
मिटता नहीं, बल्कि और बढ़ता है।
It only increases.
इस जगत में कोई वस्तु का यदि
In this
जन्म
world,
है तो विनाश भी है।
anything that is born will certainly perish. But in the spiritual world, that divine ras or nectar has no birth or death, appearance or disappearance, has no manifestation or unmanifestation. It is eternal.
और नित्य उत्तरोत्तर वृद्धि प्राप्त
And
होता है।
it gives eternal development of newer and newer tendencies and moods. So
मैं चरित्र के ऊपर दोषारोप करना तो उचित नहीं है। इससे कहते हैं,
there's no need to try to stop this.
हम तुम
The gopis say, "O beloved,
हमसे प्राप्त करेंगे।
certainly we will achieve
ये
your
आशा हमारा है।
again
एक दिन
your
भी
meeting
यदि
with us. This
जीवित
is our
रहने में समर्थ
asa,
हैं,
our hope.
तो
One
हम
day that we have
हमसे
life,
तुमको प्राप्त करेंगे।
we have this faith. Again we will meet with you. Again we will be with you.
भजन का यही दृढ़ता है।
We have this
ये
faith.
मूल है।
This is the root of bhajan. We
मूल
must
है।
have this fortitude and this
यदि
faith.
विश्वास नहीं
If
है,
we don't have faith,
तो भगवान ने नित्यता को भी हम मानते नहीं।
then we do not accept the
भगवान
eternal
नित्य हैं,
presence of the Lord.
जब
The Lord is eternal. When we have this faith,
तब उनके
then
लीला कथाओं को निरंतर
continuously we will
स्मरण करने की,
remember
कष्ट करने की
the Lord's Leela Katha,
जरूरत नहीं। वो स्वाभाविक
but we will not have to struggle to do this. Naturally, it will manifest.
एक के बाद एक।
One after another, His pastimes will
जैसे
appear in our
संसार में
hearts.
रहने वाला एक पद्धति,
Those conditioned souls who live in this world,
सुबह शाम तक
from morning to evening, they think of so many things, they imagine so many things. They don't think, what will I think of next?
वो झड़ी लगी हुई है।
These things are always going by like a reel in the mind. One thing goes, then the second, then the third, then the fourth. One after another, these things come in the mind. Even if someone has no hands and feet, still they think of all these different things. If someone enters the divine realm, then the
कैसा
Lord's transcendental
सुधा
pastimes
अमृतमय है,
appear as a
कैसे सुंदर है,
non-stop flow of nectar,
वो
like a river
साधनों के लिए
that is
एक
continuously
बार
flowing.
समझ भी नहीं सकते,
You cannot imagine
चिंता नहीं
this.
कर सकते। एक बार भगवान से
If
किसी ने मिला,
one time you have met with the Lord,
मंद मुस्कान
you have seen His
और उनके
beautiful
साथ
smile,
प्रेमालाप हुआ,
and you have spoken with Him and met with
उसके
Him,
बाद क्या होगा?
then
इसके लिए
after
कौन-
that, what will
तुम्हारे
happen?
पताका श्रवण से संतुष्ट नहीं कोई,
The gopis say, no one is satisfied just by hearing about
और
you.
तुम्हारे जो
This
प्रेम
only
पूर्वक
increases greed to meet with you.
प्रमुख निरीक्षण,
And if they have once met with you for a few moments, they will not be satisfied. They will only want to meet and be with you more and more.
और कितने मधुर नरमोक्ति, ये सबको आकर्षित करने वाला है।
So in this way you attract everyone to you.
वो व्यक्ति दूसरे किसी वस्तु के द्वारा
Once having heard of you or met with you, then that person can never be attracted by other things in this world.
यदि किस तरह से
If in some way
कोई नाम करे,
someone
मंत्र
has
करे,
purely
या
chanted your
भजन
naam,
करे,
your
तो
mantras, or done
और
bhajan,
कोई वस्तु
then nothing
उस
else
वस्तु से हटा नहीं सकती।
can attract that person away
और
from
आकर्षण
you
को
and your
बांध
sadhana.
करके अपने पास नहीं ले जा सकते।
Nothing can tie them and pull them away from you.
रघुनाथ संहिता
When
के निकट
Raghunath Das Goswami
उनके माँ ने कहा
was with,
कि
when
इनको
his mother
शाखा
told
में बांध करके
his father, bind him with
और
chains
बांध कर जेलखाना में डाल दे रहा।
and put him in a prison in our palace
तो उसके पिताजी
so he
कहते
won't
हैं,
run away. At that time, Raghunath's
"अरे
father
चैतन्य
said,
महाप्रभु के जो प्रेम में पागल हो
that
गया
person
है,
has become mad in Chaitanya
उनके
Mahaprabhu's
क्या जड़
prem.
वस्तु किसको बांध के
Nothing
किया
in this
है?
world, no chains can bind them.
क्योंकि वो खुद भी समझते हैं,
He himself knew
उन्हें
this.
खुद भी बहुत सेवाएं की
He
है
had
भक्तों
served
की।
the devotees so much.
वो जानते हैं वो मीठा
He knew
कैसे आकर्षण कैसा है,
how powerful that attractive sweetness was.
हैं? किंतु
However,
पूर्वक है,
even though he understood this, still
उसको जीवन में आचरण करके
he was
पालन
not
करेंगे,
ready to practice it in his life.
ये अभी तैयार नहीं।
He was
यदि
not
वो
ready.
करता है तो
But if someone did that,
उसके प्रति हैं, उनका सद्भावना है।
he would have a good mood, and he understood
साधारण प्राकृतिक
this.
उनको लेकर के बांध करके छाती में पत्थर देकर के नहीं रखती है।
He did not bind Raghunath in chains and put stones on his chest. He tried to convince him to stay, but
आज रघुनाथ दास गोस्वामी के वजह से ही हरिदास ठाकुर का आना जाना होता है।
because of Raghunath Das Goswami being in there in that palace of Hiranya and Govardhan, Haridas Thakur would go, Balaram Acharya would go there, Yadanandan Acharya would go.
बड़े-बड़े
So many great personalities and devotees, Brahmins and sadhus would go there.
सेवा करने की सुयोग होता है।
And so
रघुनाथ चला गया
Hiranya
तो
Govardhan knew he would have a chance to serve these devotees, but if Raghunath left, then who would go there? So he was thinking, if Raghunath stays,
भक्तों को यही
I will be able to
बनना है।
serve so many devotees.
भक्त जहाँ रहेंगे भक्ति
glory
का अनुष्ठान चलता रहेगा।
Of the devotees that wherever they
और
reside,
भक्त प्रवाह चलता रहेगा।
the flow of nectar will shower there, and the programs of bhakti will always go. But if there is no bhakta, then there are so many hundreds and thousands of temples that are empty, so many places that are empty. Places there, but the bhaktas are not there. So the no shower of nectar will be there, and no functions and programs of bhakti will go on. Suno he rasika jan Krishna guna aganan ananta kohite nahi pare. Krishna jagatera guru Krishna pancha kalpataru navika se bhavaroga chatur.
ये जो कृष्ण के कथा,
Krishna Katha
लीला कथा,
or Lila Katha,
जहाँ पर ये सुधा प्रवाह होता है,
wherever that flow
यदि
of
कोई
nectar is
पात्र हो,
running, if there is someone
यदि कोई
who
किसके
relishes that, who takes that ras, who drinks it,
हैं, और रस प्रवाह से
And
अवगाहन किया है,
flows in that river of nectar and is decorated with that nectar, then
स्मरण करते हैं, कीर्तन करते हैं,
they will continuously remember that and perform kirtan of that ras.
वो स्थान कैसा है?
That place
रास मंडल बन जाता है।
becomes a ras mandal, wherever that person
रसों का
resides.
वो
There,
स्थान रस से परिपूर्ण हो जाता है।
that place will be completely surcharged with ras. For example,
व्यापारी
businessmen in this world,
बिजनेस के लिए बहुत बड़ा मार्केट खुल गया, बिग
they
बाजार
open
के
big markets for their commerce, and you can find so many things there.
की वस्तु,
You can find all types of ras objects.
व्यापारी
If someone is like a spiritual businessman, and they make a festival of Ras or Ras Mandal.
रसों का वितरण हो रहा है,
They distribute Ras
वहाँ पर
there.
ग्राहक कौन आएगा?
Who will come as customers? The Bhavuk Vaishnavas will come.
इसे
So,
बता दिया पहले ही,
first Sukadeva Goswami, he said,
सजाती आश्रय स्निग्ध,
Sujati Ashray Snigdha Sadhu Sangha Sato Vare.
श्रीमद् भागवत
Rupa Goswami states,
सदा सगुण रसिक और रसिक भावुक व्यक्ति,
Rasik and Bhavuk persons, like Sukadeva Goswami said, Nigama Kalpataror Galitam Phalam Sukamukadam Samyutam Pivata Bhagavatam Rasam Alaya Mohora Horasika Bhuvi Bhavuka. There's no need to invite such personalities. Those Rasik and Bhavuk Vaishnavas will come automatically to drink that rasa. They will come to taste that relish, that nectar from Rasik Sekar Shri Krishna. Because Krishna is Raso Vaisaha, the very embodiment of rasa. So those who hear this, to kirtan of this, remember this ras, who meditate on this, then Bhavulas appears in the hearts. Therefore it is said, Prema Vikshanam. With so much love, the Lord sees the devotees, or the Rasik Vaishnavas. That darshan of the Lord and His devotees, the devotees seeing Krishna and Krishna seeing their darshan. The gopis' darshan of Krishna and Kamsa's darshan is not the same. And when Krishna sees the gopis and Krishna sees Kamsa, it is not the same. Krishna does not smile at Kamsa like he does smile at the gopis. When Kamsa saw Krishna, he saw the embodiment of death. When Krishna met with the gopis, did he appear like death personified, or like time personified, or death, or the thunderbolt? No. That does not work with the gopis. There, Tribanga Bhangima Rupa Vangsidhari Aparupa Sudamoy Nidhi Gunasali. There, Shri Krishna appears very beautifully, walking in threefold bending form, playing. His flute is falling to the ground, his peacock feathers falling off his turban. He is shivering and shaking, thinking, how can I meet with my beloveds? Prema Vikshanam, Krishna's beautiful glances, or Prema Vikshanam. That is possible in the assembly of the gopis. So the gopis say, now, remembering your sweet glance, your loving glance, and your sweet smile upon us, then we have lost all fortitude. We have given up all fear and shame, and we are your maidservants. So much renunciation has awoken in our hearts, and we think and have no worry of anything else. We don't think what will happen next. That if we leave homes and come to you, we don't think what will happen, who will do what. We don't worry about the future or have time for that. By that rasa, we have become the maidservants of your lotus feet. And we have lost all different conceptions of society. Viharanam, you play with the sakas. From the morning to late afternoon, you are playing moving in the forests, playing with your sakas, and you are so beautiful. That person who has not seen your form, who has never glorified that form, that person is very unfortunate. They are living like a stone in this world. They have no real life. What is their life if they have not heard the glorious qualities of Krishna? Therefore it is said, Suno he Rasika Jan, hear these glories of Shri Krishna in your life. If you have not heard of the glories of Shri Krishna, the sweet pastimes of Shri Krishna, and if after hearing, if not meditated on these pastimes, remembered these pastimes, glorified these kirtan, these pastimes, then You do not have any real
इसने
life.
ध्यान किया तो क्या होगा?
If someone meditates on these
Dhyanam
pastimes, then dhyana
ध्यान मात्र
mangalam.
ही
Simply by
दुनिया
meditating
खा
on
रही
them, the gopis say,
उसको जो कीड़ा है, लीला
complete
है,
auspiciousness
सब मुक्ति होने
arises in one's life.
ये
Then
प्रवेश
one
का
meditates on all Krishna's
अधिकार
loving
का द्वार है।
pastimes. Hearing this
आप
opens the gate of
श्रवण
qualification to enter the transcendental
श्रवण
world.
करके
Simply by hearing these
आप
pastimes,
ध्यान लगाओ।
then you should meditate on them.
एक दिन
This
महाराज जी
opens the door to the spiritual world. One
Gurudev-
day, Srila Gurudev was in America. In the morning, he was on his morning walk.
गुरु का धारणा है
Some people think,
कि
oh, this is only like
स्वास्थ्य के लिए अच्छा होता है, इसलिए morning walk
some
पे जाओ।
exercise. It is good for one's health. So Gurudev would go on morning walk. One time, Gurudev,
किसी सेवक बोलो तो
he said to his
इस समय
sevak,
कृष्ण कहाँ है?
tell me, what is Krishna doing now?
वो तो हक्के चुके हो गए।
Then they were like,
morning walk में है,
stunned.
महाराज जी ये क्या पूछ रहे हैं?
why are you asking this in the morning walk? People
तो
thought.
महाराज जब यहाँ आए
When Gurudev came
भारतवर्ष में
here back to India,
प्रसंगवश ऐसे
then
जन्माष्टमी के
it
शुरू
came
से
up
भी
in discourse.
एकदम
One
तड़के
day
3 साढ़े 3 बजे
on Janmashtami at 3:30 or
सूर्य
4,
महाराज जाएंगे पाठ में,
Gurudev was going,
तो महाराज जी को
before he went
3
to his
साढ़े
morning
बजे
class,
महाराज जी पहले ही
before Mangal Arati,
उनको महाराज जी करके स्नान करके
After
नहा
his
खड़ा करके
bath,
गर्म पानी करके तैयार करके
had prepared his hot water for bath.
तो जब हम बिल्कुल
And
ब्राह्मण
his
मुहूर्त
cloth.
कि पहले
So
महाराज
before
जी पहले क्योंकि हम
Mangal Arati,
सब समय 2
during
बजे हम लोग उठने
even
वाले, तो
before Brahma Muhurta,
क्या
I
करें?
would wake at 2,
महाराज जी
2:30,
करके स्नान
I would
करके
go and
आके,
massage
और
the Gurudev
तो महाराज जी पूछ रहे हैं,
and
एक दिन
prepare his
previously,
bath
किसी
and
पूछा,
his
"आप
cloth.
क्या कर रहे हैं?"
Then he told me one day, I asked during the morning walk, what is Krishna doing now? Do you know? Where is Krishna now? I
और
asked
तुम्हारा
everybody,
ध्यान कहाँ है? तुम
where is
किधर
your
जा- है?
mind? What are you thinking of?
तुम क्या सोचते हो?
What are you meditating on?
हैं? बोलते हैं, हम थोड़ी मॉर्निंग वॉक में जाते हैं।
Am I going on a morning walk? Where am I going?
तब महाराज जी ने किसी
Then Srila Gurudev
वर्षा से
said,
सखियों के
oh,
साथ,
I'm
मंदिर
going
के
from
साथ,
Barshana
किशोरी,
with the Manjaris and
सब कुछ
Gopis
बाहर
and
लेके
Radhika,
जाऊंगी।
with all types of paraphernalia to Nandagaon to
और
cook for
मस्त होकर
Krishna,
बावन गोरे करके
full of all
और
kinds of
सरस
divine moods.
नंदगांव पहुंचे।
We are going to
जिसका पता
Nandagaon.
बाहर
There,
खड़ी है।
Yashoda Mata is standing outside to
सखा
welcome
बाबा
Radhika.
ब्रह्मा जाएंगे, किसी को
And
जगा देंगे।
The Sakas are all coming and playing on their instruments to wake up Krishna. They're all, Yashoda is looking, when are the Sakis coming? She embraces Srimati Radhika in her arms and smells her hair and gives many gifts. She embraces her in her arms and then walks up to Nanda Bhavan. She sees all the Kishoris and is very happy. She thinks, oh, they must be tired from their walk, so she begins to wipe their foreheads and fan them. Then the Sakis say, oh mother, Danishta, Kundalata, Champakalata, oh we will help, we will fan the gopis. Oh mother, please go inside, we are coming just now. Then the gopis, Danishta and other gopis begin to massage the manjaris and with warm cloth, warm wet cloth, they wipe their feet and massage their feet. Gurudev said, where are you present? Material darshan or jad darshan. People think now, oh, we are walking about in the fields or in the streets or in the gardens. Jiski rahit bhavana jaise hari murad dekatin tese. That people see according to their own moods. So Gurudev said, I asked them, where is Krishna now? What will they say? Where are they? They are not with me, nor are they with Bhagavan. Where is their mind? Therefore, Dhyana Mangalam, Astakaliya Lila, the eightfold daily pastimes of Krishna, and Astayam Sadhan, or the process of meditating on these pastimes. This is not for bhoots or ghosts in this world, people who have become like ghosts after material affairs. Those who want to perform real sadhana, this is for them. Otherwise, some people, what are they doing at 2, 2:30? They're waking and going. Where? Do they know where they are going? Who will stop them? Gurudev would say, what do people think? Oh, Maharaj is going on his morning walk for some health exercise. We will do this as well. Rishabdev,
विरक्त होकर के
he left his
भस्म,
kingdom,
जटाजूट
he gave up his
और
cloth, he
घूम रहे
wore dreadlocks.
जैनियों ने
Then
वो
the Jains, they started a religion,
रीति ले ली थी, तो उनको तो नहीं
and
समझ पाए।
they don't understand the real purpose. They only followed the external custom. So people think Gurudev went on a morning walk, we will go on a morning walk. Gurudev goes to the park, we will go to the park. But they only adopt the external practice without understanding the internal moods and adopting those internal moods.
चक्कर काटना आओ गुरुवर को कहाँ है इसी
So
उन्होंने
where are we and where are they?
पूछ ही लिया तो नहीं पूछते ना
Gurudev would ask like this therefore, otherwise people would not understand. Where is Gurudev's mind? Do they understand? What can a ghost understand?
तो क्या पूछा
So,
महाराज जी, फिर महाराज जी
Then
खुद
Srila
बोलने लगे।
Gurudev would tell them about Krishna's pastimes. He would say, look, at this time Krishna is there, and
वो अपने रस- इसी कहते ध्यान
so
मंगलम
Dhyana Mangalam.
है। ध्यान और प्राकृतिक ध्यान
Dhyan and a Prakritic
प्राकृतिक
Dhyan.
जो आसान
How
ध्यान
can we
होना,
be absorbed there?
बिना
To
बुलाया
meditate
जाता है,
on material things is very easy. They come in
बिना
our
बुलाए,
minds without any
कोई
invitation.
ध्यान करता है।
In the morning we think,
जैसे आलू भजा होता,
oh, if we had aloo bhaja
मस्त
today,
पकौड़ी होता,
oh, and like crunchy
और
pakoras, and nice fried puffed rice,
पांता भात और
and
आलू
some
भजा,
panta, soaked
और
rice,
मिर्ची,
and aloo bhaja and chilies, or if they fried it all and prepared it, how nice that would be,
सरसों तेल।
with mustard oil.
कोई सोचता है
This is like
यदि
Bengali
बिना
paradise
आलू
food.
होता, हैं, कोई सोचता है अरे चाट भल्ला पकौड़ी
Oh, maybe there'll be bakoris
जिसके
and
जैसे
so forth.
भावना है।
So people think like
कोई
this.
सोचता है
Some people think,
नहीं,
no,
अभी नंद भवन में
now
श्रीमती
Shrimati has come to Nandvavan and she is making so many things for Krishna.
क्या क्या कर रहे हैं कबीर गोस्वामी
Kaviraj Goswami
360 365 प्रकार की
described
किंतु
350
वर्णन
different
दिया।
items.
जसोदा माता कहती है
Yashoda
मैं
Mata
तो हैरान
says,
हो गई देख करके
now seeing Radhika's cooking, I am astonished. She is only
500 चूल्हा है
3.5 years old and she's cooking in 500 fire
और
pits
उसके
at
अंदर
once.
अकेली कितना
Alone,
सेल्फ है
she is managing everything. There are so
सब
many
कुछ
different
बना बना कर
shelves
तैयार
and she
करती
has
है।
put so many different preparations there, decorated them so nicely.
नंदगांव से
When did she have time to make all these
अपने
things?
जन्मदिन में विश्वान महाराज ने
On
निमंत्रण
her
दिया।
birthday, Vrishabhanu Maharaj invited everyone to Varshana. He made chariots for everyone to come. And on those chariots,
पूर्णिमासी रोहिणी
Jashamati, Purnamasi, Rohini,
सब एक
they all came on one chariot. On one chariot, Nanda Baba came with Baladev,
कृष्ण सुगाव के साथ
and on one chariot, Krishna came with the other Sakas.
और पैदल सब लोग आए
Then the villagers, the other Brajvasis, they all came by foot. Yashoda Mata, Rohini, they were searching, where's Radharani? At that time they went and met with Kirtida and they saw at the kitchen in Barshana that Radhika was very small, but she was cooking and everything was so fragrant. When did she cook everything? Did she cook all night? She had hundreds of thousands of sakas and hundreds of thousands of Brajvasis had all come for Radhika's birthday. Vrishabhanu invited everyone and he gave everyone new cloth, turbans for all the sakas and gopas, new saris and ankle bells, anklets, bracelets, so many gifts. Everyone was given new garlands and sandal paste, nice seats, and they had such nice prasad. Also, he gave so many nice oils and fragrances and ointments. Jashamati, she said, oh, Kirtika, your daughter is so glorious. She has made so many wonderful preparations. How is it possible? So, Dhyana Mangalam, if someone meditates on these pastimes, then the aprakrita ras is realized in their hearts. Therefore, Ashtakaliya Lila Bhajan. Our Goswamis have manifested these pastimes. If they did not do this, no one would understand these things. Some people are Krishna. Krishna is very eager to have nice prasad. So at 3 or earlier he gets up, and where does he go? Sometimes to Sunada, sometimes to one village, sometimes to another village in Braj. There he goes, and he climbs over the walls into the house, goes inside, and Indra Nilamani Manjula Varna. He is effulgent like a blue sapphire, so he does not need any light. He can see in the dark rooms where all the sweets and all the preparations are hidden. He takes everything out, eats everything, and feeds the sakas, and he also puts prasadam in the mouths of those who are sleeping. Otherwise, he'll put sweets in their ears and in their nose. Is there ras sleeping or in taking these things? So, why was Krishna hungry? Oh, these gopis, they cooked everything and prepared and hid them, thinking we will take them to him. But he himself went there. Now, if someone is thinking of this, then what will come in their minds? Oh, I will also cook something for Krishna, and Krishna will certainly come to take it. If someone thinks like this, then Dhyana Mangalam. Like the Yagya Patnis, the Brahmanis, the wives of the Yagya Brahmins, they were meditating on the gopis, and they thought, oh, they cook so nicely that Krishna himself, the Supreme Personality, God himself, he goes and steals from them. Will we ever have such good fortune? Will we ever be able to cook for something for Krishna that he will directly accept? He does not come to Mathura, and we are not qualified to go to Braj. Will he ever come thinking like this? They were so fully absorbed like this. So one day what happened? Krishna himself went there near the border, very close to their place. And hearing about this, all the wives of the Brahmins, they forgot, thinking, what will our husbands say? How will Kamsa punish us or not? Will Kamsa burn our village down? They had no fear. And they took all the different preparations, not only nice bhojan or prasad, they took seats, cloth, and all the different pots. Whatever they had in their homes, they took everything to the forest. How did they carry all these things? Did they each manifest hundreds of thousands of forms? They went taking so many gifts for Krishna, and Krishna also helped them. Krishna took the hidden forms and he brought everything as well. Then they went to Batrol, and there they began to feed Sri Krishna. Krishna was so happy to accept this from them. Therefore it is said, Dhyana Mangalam. If you cannot meditate on these pastimes, then you will naturally be absorbed in thinking of this world, and you will continue on this path life after life. How will you enter the spiritual realm? Do we imagine these things then? Should we speculate? No, do not speculate. Meditate on the Guru Varga and pray to them. Meditate how they wake in Brahma Muhurta and serve and pray. Follow this sadhan. Our Guru Varga, the time of taking mantra or giving mantra and diksha, they say, wake up in Brahma Muhurta, take bath, put on tilak, take achman, sit on an asan and chant your mantras. Offer yourself at the lotus feet of the Guru Varga and pray to them. Meditate on the Lord's pastimes through the Guru Varga. They will appear in your heart through the mercy of the Guru Varga. And then by chanting these mantras, then the mantra deva will appear in your heart. When you do Krishna mantra, then Krishna, if he comes in the heart, will you not give him any gifts? If you say, oh Kanaya, come, oh Murari, come, will you not have any gifts to give him? Sudama states, oh Krishna, come, I have come as a beggar to your place. Then Krishna Kanaya says, oh, you are not a beggar. You certainly brought something for me. First I will look. What did you bring for me? Then Krishna looked on all four sides, but he couldn't find anything. Why? He had no shoes, he had no umbrella, he didn't even have cloth. He was only wearing thin, ragged cloth. So Krishna was searching, what did you bring for me? He was hiding it in the hole in his armpit because he was so skinny. And Krishna took out the packet of chipped rice and by force began to eat it. So if someone thinks of Krishna, you cannot think of Krishna in a dry way.
Govinda,
He
Krishna, Govinda,
chants his mantras, oh Govindaya Krishna, Govindaya Gopijana, oh Krishna, Govinda. Why are you calling him? Krishna will say, why are you calling me? Certainly, you should have some gift, at least give him a glass of water. That is why we follow the path of Archan in the morning. After, first of all, we give Krishna makkan, mishri, laddus and sweets and then some water before even Mangalarti. Then Krishna will take a bath. Then you feed him. Then you massage him. Give him a bath, then you dress him, and then he wants some hot food, and you offer him a hot meal. Or you keep some, like in the night time you make yogurt, and in the morning you give fresh yogurt. In Bengal it is like that. Every night they make fresh yogurt, sandesh, and in the morning Mahaprabhu wakes up and goes with the bhaktas, Udila Aruna. He goes out and he does not stay in his house. He goes with his associates and he goes to the different houses of the Navadvip Vasis. And there, one Gwalin or cowherd lady, she calls, "Oh Gauranga, come, come." Then there's one pastime. This is nearby our Shikeshiji Gaudiya Mat, Navadvip. She says, "Come in my house." He says, "Oh, you have such a small house. How will you feed all my associates here?" He says, "No problem. Come inside." When he came inside, he saw, oh, it was very big. They make small, short houses because of all the storms in Bengal. So Nimai came inside her hut and she had one bowl of fresh yogurt and a banana leaf plate and sandesh and fresh paneer with and fresh flat rice with yogurt and other sweets. Then what did Nimai do? Nimai took all her gifts, all her preparations, and then he began to distribute to his kirtaniyas and everyone, but still that yogurt remained in the pot. It never diminished. So if someone chants Gaur mantra, then if they are calling Gaur, will they not feed him? So if someone goes to Agartala, Guwahati, Assam, in the morning, what do? They take coconuts and they take out the malai, the cream, and at night time they soak moong dal and sagudhana, tapioca, bananas, and they make very nice preparations. If someone has taken this, they will never forget that. So this Dhyana Mangalam, learn how to do this meditation. Chant these mantras and invite the mantra devata. And when you invite him, will you not give him anything? Will your heart be dry? You should not think, "Oh, when will I finish my mantra and then I will drink water?" Guru says, "Oh, if you drink or eat before you chant your mantra, that is like meat or poison or urine or stool." So people chant very quickly thinking, "Oh, I will eat, I will drink." But the devotees are not like this. Real bhaktas, how do they chant their mantras? They meditate directly on the mantra devata. And then they have so many gifts prepared, so many nice paraphernalia and foodstuffs prepared. So many different things they cook, and they serve him, bathe him, massage him, feed him. Then they enter the transcendental world. This is the easy process. Don't think that this is very difficult. In Jagannath Puri there's the Bhav Kundaleshwar. There was a very poor old lady, and she maintains forest cows. All day these cows stay in the forest jungle, and in the evening they return home. In the morning you take out the milk, and then the cows go to the jungle again. The calves stay at home. There are so many hills and forests, the cows will not come back all day. There's the Chilka Lake, and it is many, many kilometers long. On both sides there is a jungle area nearby the ocean, and the cows will eat the grass there. There are many dogs there who protect the cows as well, and they go where the cows go. The jungle residents who milk the cows, they give some milk to the dogs, and the dogs are like their sevaks. So every day this old lady would milk the cows, and she would collect it and store it. She would make yogurt and butter and ghee and buttermilk, And from there it is like, from the Chilka Lake area, it is very far to Jagannath Puri, but every day she, in her mind, would offer everything to Jagannath, to Baladev. She would invite Subhadra and all of them. When the pujaris, every day they go, they would bathe Jagannath. They would see he has some butter on his cloth. His cloth is ripped and shredded from like thorns. One day the pujari said to the king, "It is very strange. What is that? We never feed the Lord this yogurt and butter. We see yogurt on his cloth and butter on his cloth, and his cloth is also cut. And we see different like marks on his body. How is it possible? We have never done like this." So the king prayed to Jagannath, "Oh Lord, tell us, where do you go? Who is your dear servant who is serving you like this?" Jagannath began to smile. "Oh, every day I go to this Chilka area, Bhavkundaleshwar. Every day this old lady, the cows, how much milk do they give? Oh, like 250 grams or half a liter. These are small cows, they don't give so much. They don't have pots. There you go, and they have like a basket made of like straw, and they put plates inside of that and they collect it there. One time we were in Jagannath Puri and some prasad came from that place and we saw how wonderful it was. So Jagannath, every day in the morning the temple would be closed, but Jagannath, even before Mangalarti, would go, and he would go to that place. People would see, "Oh, Jagannath is not there. Where's Jagannath?" So the king prayed to Jagannath. Then the king was shown by Jagannath, "Where do I go?" Both brothers were sitting at the old lady's house and eating to their full satisfaction. They're eating butter, makhan, drinking buttermilk, and the old lady, she would say, "Oh, where will I give you nice water, and where will you wash your hands? The ocean water is very salty." She brought the ocean water for them to wash their hands, but you cannot wash your mouth with this salt water. And Jagannath Baladev, they had to go quickly. Why? Because they had to go back for their arti. At that time of Mangalarti, there are not so many pandas there. Jagannath will sit there, and everyone can go very close up to Jagannath. No problem. Everyone can go and meet with Jagannath, all the way into the sanctum. So Jagannath had to quickly return. So he would come back very quickly, and there would still be some butter on his cloth or yogurt on his cloth. So that old lady washed Jagannath's hands with the ocean water, and he washed outside of his mouth, but that water became very sweet nectar. On all three sides there's the ocean salt water, but in that place the water became very pure, clean and sweet. Today also there's a nice sweet water pond there. So this is called Bhavkundaleshwar. The king then went and prayed to the lady, "Please come and serve in the temple itself." She would say, "Oh, I don't want to leave the cows here in the jungle here. Your boy comes here and eats here, then I'm happy like that. I won't go to the temple." When he eats and goes, what does he do? Then Jagannath, he gave his earring or kundal to the lady. He says, "Oh, tomorrow I will come." She says, "Oh, I will polish this and clean it, and then I will decorate you very nicely tomorrow." That was her mood. So it is said, Dhyana Mangalam, sitting anywhere, if you meditate on the Lord, not speculation or imagination, with proper moods and with a pure mentality, under proper guidance of the Guru Varga. And again remember this, Anuchintan, by this,
भावना की भूखे
the
हैं,
Lord, He is hungry for these moods of the devotees. He is hungry for your love and your bhavs. So in this way,
सौगात के कंधे पर दया शिल्या कमल घुमाते हुए
the gopis meditate on Krishna, smiling, walking towards them in a crooked way,
सबको डुबाते हुए
twirling a lotus in his hands.
दर्शन देते हैं और
This way he gives darshan.
मानसिक भाव को प्रकाश करते हैं और मुस्कुराते हुए
While smiling, he approaches his beloveds. So in this way, the devotees have intense greed to meet with Krishna. Then they say, Rahasi Samvido. They pray to be able to meet with Krishna. Then he goes in a solitary place and plays on his flute and calls the names of his beloveds. Then if Krishna has called you once, can you ever stay behind? Can you stay back? It is not possible. This touches the heart. This is Hriday Sparsh, means it touches the heart. Prema Viksha Viharanam. Krishna's loving glances, his meeting with his beloveds, this touches the heart. Krishna's smiling, his laughing, his glances. The gopis say, oh Kapat, cheater, your sweet smiling has transformed and caused so much pain to us. This was not proper for you. You are the greatest of cheaters. Oh, by your sweet glance and smiles, you've conquered over us, and then you left us. So now we have been deprived of you. So tomorrow we will hear Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's purport, and we'll continue from there. Gorpemanandi Hari Hari Bol.